All right, thanks so much, Mel. Game 2 of the Boston Celtics versus the Toronto Raptors happening 5:30 Eastern time. You can watch it on Sportsnet. And joining us this morning, because there's a lot happening in the NBA, and the NBA have been trailblazers, and they were the most outspoken athletes of all major sports leagues to really step up during this time of social injustice and really looking to get change. And someone that's been very outspoken is Enes Kanter. Enes, on the court, an enemy, but we welcome you with open arms in Canada today as a friend of life, because some things are bigger than basketball. Good morning, man. How are you?
Thank you guys for inviting me. I appreciate it. Good morning.
Appreciate you getting up early, and we're going to talk more about that series in just a little bit. But let's talk about what's happened over, not just from when you got to the bubble, but especially the last week, and how the NBA's really stepped up. The players, but everybody within the organization have really stepped up.
You know, I will start with, one of the biggest reasons that we are fighting so hard because of our kids and our grandkids. We hope that they grew up in a world where they are treated equal. Which is the same thing Dr. King was preaching and fighting for. And I believe, racism is taught. It's not something that you're just born with. So it is very important to, all of us, for our young generation athletes and people who has platform to step up, take action, and demand that this system change. And how simple is that? We should all see each other as people. And, coming here, we knew to this bubble, we knew that basketball was second priority. And right now, there are way bigger things than sports. And so we need to, use this NBA bubble and use this platform to, keep topics going, educate and learn from each other, and have an open and honest conversation. To me, to be comfortable, talk about uncomfortable things and situations. And if you look at what's happened in the last, few days here, everyone has a very heavy heart, and especially the atmosphere here has been very heavy. And every NBA player asking and saying the same thing: we demand change and justice. Everyone else, man, after watching that video, I felt sick to my stomach.
Yeah.
But he's not the only one. You look at what happened to George Floyd, Jacob Blake now, and Breonna Taylor. We are saying enough is enough, and we are sick of it.
And, and Jacob Blake was, the most recent that, really kind of spurred that boycott. With the boycott, you're someone that says, don't just tweet about it, be about it. And so with that boycott, yes. What were the players demanding? What did you all say to the owners that we want this to be done going forward? What was the action?
Look, first of all, we wanted to get it out there. This cannot be about white against black. This is everyone against racism. This is good against evil. I say this every time. So, I'm going to ask you a very simple question. Why does equality have to be a debate? Everyone used to ask that question to themselves. And whenever we had this big player meeting, we sit down with all the players. I think we talk about many things, but the most important topic to me that we talk about was voting, because voting is not only our rights, but it is our power. And we say this many times. You just said it. Don't just talk about it. Don't just tweet about it. Be about it. And when I say vote, I'm not just talking about the federal election. I'm talking about the local elections too. And voting should not be a difficult process. It should be easy on everybody. So I feel but it starts with us. We just found out in a meeting that only 20% of the NBA players are registered to vote. So I think if we are going to inspire and encourage others, first of all, it has to start with us. Then we can, inspire our families, neighbors, fans, cities, and states. You look at in 2016, I believe it was only 139 million people are voted, and that's only 50% of the eligible voters. It's not enough. Right now, 158 million people are projected to vote. It's improvement, but it's still not enough. So I believe if you care about, healthcare, racial equality, education, criminal justice, employment, go out there and vote.
That's it. And, you know, you've been someone that's been vocal about getting equality and rights for everybody for many times. You know, we saw this great video of Fred VanVleet reuniting with his kids after so much time, which was beautiful and brought a lot of tears to a lot of people's eyes. You can't be with your family. You know, you couldn't even travel to Canada for games. If this series was happening outside of the bubble, you wouldn't be able to come here because you fear for your life.
I mean, I know what it's like to fight for justice and freedom. Because I'm having the same problems, even way bigger problems are happening in my country, Turkey. Because you look at what's happening in Turkey right now, sadly, there is no freedom. There is no freedom of speech, religion, and expression. There is no democracy or human rights. And, you know, just because I talk about these conversations, it affected me and my family. You know, my father has been fighting for his freedom. He's been in and out of jail and Turkish courts for 7 years, and he finally had his freedom 2 months ago. But like, one thing I'm trying to tell people is, you know, just talk about it. Use your platform to inspire as many people you can, because you know, it's sad that what's happened, and I hope, you know, more people will step up and talk about these situations.
Like I said, you're a friend in life for sure, man. We appreciate what you've been doing. And I want to switch gears here a little bit, because you're actually being about it when it comes to being a great teammate. Can we talk about Taco and Taco Fall, who tried to learn to swim with his family before the bubble, has been struggling, and you've been helping him?
I mean, that was like one of the best videos that we took. But like, this bubble, I told my teammates, like, this is going to be our family the next 3 months. So like, let's just enjoy it. A lot of people are obviously missing their families and missing their loved ones. But like, hey, to us, it's like a business trip, you know. But like, so we're trying to have fun as much as we can also. But like Taco, man, he did not know how to swim. So me and Jalen Brown tried the best we can to just teach him how to swim. I mean, this guy is like almost 7'6". If he just stands up in the pool, you know. But like, he wanted to learn how to swim, so we had tried the best we can to just teach him, you know.
Yo, it's so good. He's 7'5". Everywhere should be a shallow end. Hey, let's talk about this game real quick tonight, right? And it's, look, we're Raptors fans here. You're talking to Canada. Again, you're a friend in life, but on the court, you are the enemy. How are you preparing for this team, and what is the toughest thing about the Toronto Raptors when you play and compete against them?
I mean, obviously, they're defending champ, you know, so like, we always respect them so much. I mean, they have players like Siakam, Kyle Lowry, Marc Gasol, Ibaka, and Fred. I mean, they can just go and get 20, 25 any night. So I feel like we just need to just bring so much energy on the court. And like, the one thing about the Celtics, we're not worried about anyone else. We're just worrying about us. We're just going out there, playing hard, playing smart, having fun. But I think like the most important thing for us right now is just bringing the same energy like we did in game one. I mean, you cannot relax on these guys because they can just get fired up and just start making shots. So I feel like just do our job and just go out there and have fun with it.
It's amazing. Well, I would say good luck, but I wouldn't really mean it, Enes. You know that, and I mean that with love. I hope we can get you back on again as the series progresses. But thank you for what you're doing and stepping up and being vocal, you and the players and the NBA as a whole.
For sure, guys. Thanks a lot.
All right, man. We'll talk soon. Take care. And coming up, we're getting